Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I know I haven't been posting videos like I normally do. It's just been updates and stuff like that. But this one's going to be different than the norm also. So as you can see, the car's out the garage. It's outside right here. I'm going to take this thing for its first official test drive that isn't around the block. I'm praying nothing breaks. Still a bunch of things left that need to get done to the car. I just had to change out the wheel bearing in the front passenger side. The hub was destroyed. I put brand new bearing and hub in there and it was rocking back and forth. So got a new knuckle, put that all in there, and that seems to be good now. The only thing that really needs to be done to the car is the fuel level sensor. On the OEM tank, empty reads about 120 ohms of resistance, and halfway is like 25 to 40 ohms, and full is 3 to 5. With the FCS tank, if I just go right off of the 2 points on there that you hook up the wires to, I'm getting 155. I put like 3 gallons of gas in there and it's still reading 155. So it's going to be a real pain in the ass, but I think I'm going to have to pull the tank down, pull the sender out, test it, and make sure it's working. If not, get a hold of FCS and see if they'll sell me another sender or if there is an equivalent I could get from the parts store to replace that. But right now we're just going to start cleaning up the car and get it washed, take it for a test drive, and we're going to actually be driving to my friend's Honda meet. So let's get started. Alright, so here's the car as it sits. Tons of dirt, if you can see that. It needs to be washed super bad. Kind of happy with the ride height. I want to put the side skirts on to see how it looks. But I'm really happy about the clearance of the lip, because on my driveway it's pretty steep where it meets the road. So it would always scrape. So right now I'm going to just vacuum out the car because it's real grimy in here. I'm not putting the passenger seat back in because I'm still working on the fuel level sender. So just put the driver's seat back in, put the harness back together. Picked up a fire extinguisher because with all these extra fuel lines now, and they're not hard lines, it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, let's get this thing started. It's definitely hot out here. I'm sure I had some of you guys cringing the way I washed the car, but that wrap's not in the best of shape. In hindsight, I should have probably spent some more money and got better quality stuff, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. Right now, I'm just gonna let the car sun dry because I don't care about water spots either. But I'll show you what I'm talking about on the wrap. So I'm just letting the car sun dry because with all these holes in the hood, everything gets wet under here. So just gonna let that drip dry. If I wasn't that lazy, I'd probably pull out the leaf blower. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff on this wrap, like all peeling up here, it's cracking on the roof. Peeling up around the edges. I'll show you the worst spot. It's a huge bubble here. It's cracked. Water's coming out of it. So I'm probably going to take this off soon and, I don't know, do something else. Maybe paint the car. Who knows? But I got a little while before the meet starts. It's like 11 o'clock here. And meet starts at 2. So I'm probably just going to have some lunch and clean up my mess. Try to straighten up this garage a little bit. Got a bunch of tools all over the floor from working on this all day yesterday. This car, once I get the track car situated, I'm gonna start fooling with this again. I have pretty much everything I need for this. Probably just going to make it a fun daily driver. It's going to have full interior and everything, so eventually one day you'll see that. I'm sure you heard me say that a bunch of times. But the car is going to drip dry now, and we'll pick up once I get on the road. Alright, so I don't know if you're even going to be able to hear me, but we're on the way to the Honda meet right now. I could already tell the alignment's off. So it's kind of a given switching to such a drastic tire setup. But I mean, it's tracking pretty straight, but the wheel's off a little bit. Plus disconnecting that steering rack probably messed me up a little bit. But I'll give you a little sound clip of the exhaust. We're at like 35. Car seems to be running pretty good. I wish I knew how much gas I had, but I did put the 20-inch MagnaFlow resonator in there and quieted it down from being just a straight plate. It's not a huge turnout today, but pretty nice cars. This Turbo Del Sol, fender exit,
If you're gonna do anything, that's the only
right-hand drive,
That's the only
glass roof, EG coupe.
It's so ridiculous. Anything. It's like, oh, that. Oh, $600. Oh, maybe we can't cancel. I know.
Built B20 VTEC. The homie Judge track car. B20 GSR LSD. Finally got my turret out here, drove fine. The alignment's kind of fucked. Only have one seat in at the moment. Of course, you know this is B20 cams, B16 trans, LSD. Clean EF. Single cam. Another one. Ricky's Del Sol. GSR.
I don't bring mine out.
Super clean, all OEM SI. You don't see them like this anymore. Even got the stock exhaust on there. Really clean. EK hatch. Exhaust. It was I believe a F22 quad motor. Forward facing turbo. Sick. Don't know much about this EK turbo. Or this one. Nice EF. I believe it's K24. All right, so I'm back home now. I had to wrap it up early because I forgot I never put the wipers back on this car and it started to drizzle, so I wanted to get out of there before it started to rain. One of the red EKs that I told you I didn't know much about was an all-wheel drive turbo CRV diff, CRV trans with GSR gear set in it. I think he said it was making over 500, so that was pretty sick to see that. He's a new person that came out. Most of the other people right there were all pretty good friends. So I see most of those cars a lot. But what we learned about my car is, besides the fuel gauge not working, the rear needs to be raised up a tad bit because I did bottom out on the way home. The alignment is off, and the throttle cable or the idle air control valve, something's going on with that, because when I let off the gas, it's holding around 2,000 RPM, but if I stick my foot under the pedal and kind of pull it back towards me, it'll drop back down, but it's still at like 1,300, so I got to fool with the idle. But the car rode pretty good, but I didn't really beat on it. The exhaust isn't hateful loud, but it is pretty loud. But I think I could live with it the way it is for now. But I don't know, I just wanted to do a quick first drive video and show you some of the homies' cars. But until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.